So, there is something going on in the world today, and I genuinely do not want to make it a part of what I do. I don't want to be like a drama channel at all. There's enough drama channels out there already. But my mind has been made up about saying something about this. And I feel like there's no other way to talk about it other than just saying what I know and letting you guys know that I cannot confirm nor deny anything. Although I do want to make it apparent that what Jimmy and the Mr.Beast crew has been doing is disgusting and deplorable. And I just want to shed some light and voice my opinion about it. So, apparently, there was somebody named Dogpack404 that made a video about Mr.Beast having a very deplorable way of handling his videos and basically having prize manipulation where he wouldn't give the prize money to random people, but he would give it to his friends and his employees. And he would promote gambling and kind of like do... Oh, this is arcade. This is depressing. Oh well. But he would also be doing like illegal lotteries towards children, as well as new things being brought up. And I'm not gonna show any pictures because there's other videos that do a lot better of a job explaining all this. I just want to give my point of view. It's kind of like a kind of like one of Charlie's videos, like Moist Critical, Penguin Zero, whatever you know him as. It's going to be like kind of one of those videos where I'm just voicing my opinion about it. But new things have been brought up that Mr. Beast, Jimmy, was involved in a Discord channel that at one point was distributing pornography to children.
Thank you very much.
Which is absolutely
Attention to the map.
egregious, as well as
Allied forces have captured a zone.
there being proof for this. Apparently, there was a
artillery barrage in your sector. Artillery barrage on its way.
Oh, Jesus Christ, this is a little difficult to talk about, but the link, Mr.Beast, or the link to all of this for Jimmy is that it was linked to Mr.Beast Gaming, one of his secondary channels, and his friend Chris, who's apparently transgender, I am only saying apparently because his sister came out and said that he's doing it basically as a fetish. And
Recon reports enemy spotted.
oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is rough. But he was also Jimmy was also defending Chris up until more harsh accusations were promoted. And then he said that it was inexcusable and it's not the way he does things, even though there has been 500,000 messages leaked after some of them were deleted. And that on its own is actually very, very bad.
Target destroyed.
And there's also his Mr.Beast, or his Beast games that was on, I guess, Netflix, I think. I don't really know because I didn't pay too much attention to much of anything that Jimmy has been doing. But he has had multiple people that were on there claiming that it was not safe. And people were getting broken bones and they were being injured, and there was nurses, and oh god. I'll talk about that portion later. But other than the 500,000 messages, in those messages there was suggestions about people suggesting to Chris and Jimmy to just take it down because most of their audience, most of their fan base is minors and they shouldn't be exposed to that at all. Although they kept it up, and Chris's only response to that was, "What am I, a parent?" And that in it of itself, not thinking about his fan base, and not thinking about and putting all of his putting the majority of his fans out there
Thank you.
saying, you know what, no, it's not a big deal, it's whatever. Like, this is a big deal. This is something that you should be taking incredibly seriously, and you should say, you know what, yeah, this isn't right. I should take down the server. And no children of any kind, no matter their age, no matter how close they are to the age of consent or whatever have you be, nobody should be seeing this. Damn. And it's just outright deplorable, on top of Chris linked a deplorable, absolutely disgusting website about CP. There is a website about CP that got linked. Not like outright like cartoon, like anime, like hentai CP. And Chris was deemed a lollipop god. And during that whole conversation, he was quoted, he got the guidelines quoted to him that he shouldn't be doing this, and that it is the owner or the admin's responsibility to make sure minors do not see any NSFW content and still made the jokes immediately afterwards. And just ran more jokes through the entire server, as well as talking about peeing in the shower and then sending an image after saying waterproof phone for the win or something like that. I don't remember exactly what was said. And you can only assume that he sent himself in a very sexualized manner in the shower because of what he was insinuating and how he was talking immediately before sending the pictures, and was also sexually role-playing in the server. Talking about nuzzling up to somebody's private areas and unzipping their pants, which is absolutely disgusting, and for no reason should somebody ever be doing that. And someone named Jake, I don't remember his last name, but he posted on Twitter saying that he called it like a week ago that Jimmy knew about it, and there was a lot of initial ooh god, okay then. But he was involved in this. There was also a account in that server that was linked straight to the main channel of Mr.Beast. But Jake, a former employee, called it out and then said he was glad that he got fired after all of this came into light. And the real nail in the coffin for all of this is that Chris was later accused of SAing somebody, and Chris's sister spoke up about his past childhood tendencies and fetishes, pretty much calling him out for making fun of the LGBTQ community, and that he would put on her feminine clothing and
We're controlling most of the zones.
hold on. There we go. Now I got all my little talking points back up. Where was I? Oh yeah. He would basically put on his sister's feminine clothing, and he told his sister that, and it's confirmed that it is actually his sister, that he enjoyed it and that it like turned him on and stuff, which is very, very weird and very disgusting. Oh, Jesus. And now on to the Mr. Beast games stuff. It is egregious. It is horrible People were denied medical attention. There is a woman that spoke up about her Jesus. There is a woman that shared her experiences, pretty much saying all the same stuff, saying how she wanted afterwards that she wanted to commit a toaster bath, and that a lot of people were severely depressed after this. And there isn't a single person that isn't rough. What? But there was somebody else, I guess they're kind of anonymous, that was also talking about this stuff, as well as a very big YouTuber that my sister used to watch. Seems like such a sweetheart, Rosanna Pansino, was also talking about this, just trying to bring the situation into light for her audience, and how some people were talking about getting money and being bribed to keep their mouths quiet, like keep themselves quiet, and basically making them relinquish their rights to any class action lawsuit against them. And it is absolutely horrible. I don't really want to be the kind of person to talk about this, and it is utterly disgusting, and the Mr.Beast crew is just showing themselves up to be even bigger pieces of shit because of this stuff. And there, in my opinion, isn't a single person right now that doesn't wish the utmost disregard of wishing them straight to hell because of this. Furthermore, there was also people talking about specifically women being targeted and assaulted on the set of Mr.Beast games to push them out of the competition, and there were many of them that had broken bones and stitches and bruises all over themselves, and they were also only fed 400 calories every 12 hours, which is nowhere near enough for a squid game. Oh, bless me. But that is no way enough calories for somebody who's going through like a Squid Games or a Physical 100 type game show to survive and be able to actually perform well. And people were fighting and stealing other people's food. They were only allowed 3 hours of sleep, and they slept in sleeping bags in the stadiums. There was also somebody, the anonymous the anonymous person that was talking about all of this stuff about Mr.Beast games, where there were people that also was claiming that it was a shit show. There was poor planning, if any at all. There was no communication between the staff or anything. And the Mr.Beast crew, not Netflix or Amazon Prime or whatever they were doing, they didn't reach out, but Mr.Beast's crew reached out to everybody and tried to give them more money as quote-unquote compensation, as well as they offered therapy sessions for their lack of responsibility for taking care of the people that needed to be kicked off of the show and the premises. And it's just utterly deplorable. The whole Mr.Beast crew, everything, they lost all credibility that they have ever had. They have completely and utterly destroyed their reputation. And it is utterly disgusting. And I'm just at a complete loss of words for what has happened. Again, I don't really want to be that type of content creator to bring such negative views and negative events to the space. I don't at all condone this. The entire Mr.Beast crew should be ashamed of themselves. I feel like a lawsuit and paying everybody their equal settlements is nowhere near enough. I genuinely feel like everyone on the Mr.Beast crew should go to hell. And I have nothing else to say. It's deplorable and outright disgusting. And I'll see you guys whenever I can. Bye-bye.